Good morning and welcome to Bayhill Studio. Today I'm wrapping presents, so I thought I would share a couple of simple gift wrapping tips that I learned when I used to work in high school as a gift wrapper, and just basic gift wrapping skills that everyone can appreciate this time of year. I'm also going to teach you how to tie a nice tight bow. One of the frustrations of adding a bow on a gift is when it's loose and wants to come off. So we're going to show you how to do that. And then I've got a bonus tip for preventing your kids from finding out before Christmas Day whose present is for who. They won't be able to guess. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside for now and just give you a quick peek at this wrapping paper. This paper is sold in my shop on my website at Bayhill Studio, and I designed this. This is the Christmas version of my copacetic prints. Now I have a copacetic fabric line coming out in April and it's manufactured by Riley Blake Designs, and it's definitely a more bright, well, they're both bright, but it's got a different colorway. This is my holiday version. And then I added this fun light pink checker print to go with it. And then I skipped this one. We've got this, I call it salad. Let me give you a closer look. I'm calling this one salad, and I just love that. So these leaves, we've got the flowers and the checker. And then I've got this other these other designs, and I call these Bradbury Road, and this is like a miniature log cabin quilt print, which I just love. And then these retro daisies in this kind of citron yellow print, which I just think is the best. And then this avocado green, so you can tell we're going really retro here. Avocado green gingham. So I'm not going to use these ones today because I'm just going to be wrapping some Christmas presents. So I'm going to set those aside. And we are going to pull out this first box. And let's see, let's do it in, we will wrap this, well, let's just start with the flower. Put the rest of these to the side. All right, so to begin, well, this is already the perfect size. So you want to lay out your roll of wrapping paper, and I'm going to scroll out just a little bit, zoom out just a little bit here for you. You want the sides to extend so that they can, this side and this side both will come up either to the top of your box or just a little bit past it is ideal. And then obviously these sides you want to be able to cover this way. So I could have cut this just a little shorter, but that's just not enough to use for anything else. So I'm going to use all of it. All right, so I am going to fold my first side over, and I want this to be as crisp as I can make it. So I'm pressing like this with my fingers, if you can see, and that's going to create a crisp edge. And then just, you can put a little piece of tape down to hold it in place there. You don't have to. You can wait till the end. And I don't really care what kind of tape I use here at home. I just use whatever I have. But this is a transparent tape that's really good for gift wrapping. All right, so the first way that I will fold these sides on a gift like this, I typically just push in the sides like so. Okay, so both sides at the same time. There's another way that you can do it by pressing down like this and then putting in the sides. And I'm going to show you on another gift that way, because I'm not doing it here because that just leaves you a bunch of bulky paper right there. this is the easiest way for these standard, shirt boxes. This is the easiest way. So I'm just pushing in the sides, and then at the same time I'm going to push that down. When you push that down, now I'm going to zoom in closer. Okay. As you push this down, this is a good time to also make a crease there. And then you're going to crease these right there. So everything is crisp, as crisp as you can get it. And then pull that up. Now, if you are wrapping this and there's a messy cut edge, fold it under and then tape it. This was a really clean edge, so I didn't fold it under. I'm going to do that one more time for you. So you're going to push in the sides and then push that down. Crease right there. Crease these parts right there. And I want to show you the difference. This one came right up to the edge, so it didn't go over like the other one. So what I like to do in this case is I like to tape the ends. And the reason why is because if I just put tape in the middle, these ends would probably get caught on something and fold backwards. So put more tape there. So that's our gift number one, just easy, easy. Now, I want you to see this. This is a rounded edge here, and if you want to really step this up a notch, crease all of your edges, just like that. Just use your fingers and kind of pinch and crease all of your edges, and it will make it look super neat and crisp, especially if you're giving it to someone. My kids don't really care what my gifts look like, but if I'm giving it to someone else, that sounds terrible, but yeah, I'll really make it look nice and sharp. Now I want to show you how to tie the bow. So to tie the bow, I am using this 1 inch, and you can use the really cheap curling ribbon. Any ribbon will work with this technique. So this is just a 1 inch satin ribbon, and I'm going to measure and a little bit more than each of the sides. So I'm going to count 1, 2 for this short side, and then 1, 2 for the long side, and then I'm just going to give it a little bit more. And we'll cut that. And I start on the top with the short side, and if it's just a square box, it doesn't matter. And go like that and turn it over. And now I'm going to pull the edges of my ribbon up so that they're even, and give it a twist, just like that. So twist it and pull it tight. Now, this technique, I'm just going to stop here and tell you, this technique is known for being actually difficult to unwrap. So it is basically childproof. They can't sneak in and find out what their present is, because you will know. All right, so I'm going to bring it back over. Now here's the trick. I'm going to form an X, and then let me get this off right here. A little bit of residue. Oh, well, I'm going to leave it. Okay, I'm going to form an X, and then with my right hand, I'm going to take the ribbon and run it under this ribbon here. So let me do that again. I'm going to form an X, and with my right hand, it's going under, just like that. And then I pull like that. Okay, and then with my finger, and I'll repeat this with another present, so we'll see this again. With my finger, I'm going to hold that, and then I'm going to tie a knot right there. Now, I want you to see, this is tight. So the only way you can't, then I'm going to tie my bow, and just tie the bow, in the traditional way. Make it look nice and cute. All right, we got that. Now, if I were to open this present and just untie the bow, I'm not going to be unwrapping the present. As you saw, we have a knot underneath, so it's not coming undone. So the only way to unwrap it is to slide this off, and that usually doesn't reach, as you can see here. So what I do is I just have scissors nearby and we just snip it, or you can take your time and untie the knot, but this is really secure. It's very nice and clean and professional looking, and that can be a drawback for you if you don't like how secure it is. I love it that way. My kids can't open it, and if I'm giving it to someone else, I just think it looks beautiful. So that's gift number one, and then we're going to go on to the next one. All right, the second gift is a box with a higher edge, so it's a little bit more square, and I'm going to show you how I'll do this one. So I'm going to lie it down just like I did before, and my edges actually look great here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the beginning part. Get the paper. I like to try to have the seam towards the middle as much as possible, but it doesn't really matter. Again, it's just these little things. If you pay attention, they just make it look a little neater, a little cleaner. All right, so you notice this time I didn't tape there. I just want to show you both ways. All right, so now I'm going to do the other method that I showed you, and I'm going to fold this down. Now, you see, I still don't love that because it's, show you, it's bending right there, but I'm still going to show this way. So we're going straight down, and then I'm not going to pinch these and make it crisp right away. I want to kind of see where this is going to end up. So I've got this folded, and now I'm pressing it to make it more crisp. And same with the other side. I'm going to bring it over. Now I'm going to fold that down, and then what I want you to see here is that this part comes past this top edge, this under part comes past just a little bit. So I'm going to fold that back so we don't see that. And then I'm going to fold that up and we will tape it. This leaves more bulk down here. I can feel that bulk. So here I've got this still, I'm going to bring this out just a little bit, but I still want it close up so you can see. Here, let's do it again. I'm going to fold this down, and then I'm bringing this one over like so. Press, make sure it's all crisp. Now we're going to bring this over, press, and then we're going to bring this up. So what we have, let me show you this way. I brought each of these over. So I press that down, bring this over, and then I press here, bring this side over, press here, and press here, just like that. And then I'm going to bring this up and give it some tape. All right, so this again is, let me bring this out. It's really kind of loose and messy looking to me, so I'm going to go around each edge and just pinch along the edge to make it crisp. This makes the biggest difference. Make everything crisp, really clean, and go over these sides again, just every little part. Run your finger over that. And that makes a huge difference. I love this wrapping paper. It's gorgeous. Okay, we're going to tie the bow. So again, I'm going to do 1, 2, and this is a square, so 3, 4. Now that gives me the edges, but I want to add just more for the bow. So I actually did quite a bit more right there because these boxy ones can be deceiving. So I like to do extra. All right, so we're going to go through this technique again. Let me get these so that they're the same length. start here and holding this, I'm holding this like this, and then I flip it over. Okay. Now I'm just doing my X. So, and I like this centered. You can do this off center. So I could have done this. Let's start from the beginning. If I wanted it off center, I could have done it up here, and then my bow would be up here. But I'm choosing to do it centered. All right, we'll do this again. Make sure our ribbon is the same length. Do our X. And again, I hold on to the sides while I flip it over. And then here is where the technique happens. And you'll remember I'm going to make an X again, but this time my right hand is going under this cross piece. Okay, so my X happened here, but then my right hand brought this one piece under. So I'm going to do that again. Make your X, and what the ribbon I'm holding in my right hand is going under the cross piece. And then I pull that tight. So you're not going to pull it tight to your left. You're going to pull it tight to your right, always to your right hand. And then I'm going to hold that down while it's being pulled tight and make my knot. So there's my knot, and I actually did a lot of extra ribbon this time. Oh, this green is so pretty with this paper. I love it. So now I'm going to tie my bow, but as you can see, when I untie that bow, this is still secure. So this is a really secure way of wrapping the bow, and it just gives it the most clean finish. Bows can often make a gift look very sloppy, and this just gives it a beautiful clean finish. So I want to show you that. Gorgeous. And again, really tight. So here I am. I'm going to try to unwrap it. Can't do it. So it is tight. It is secure. Let's do our third gift now. Now this one I'm going to do a tiny one. So we are going to actually cut the paper. So I'm going to come over to this end. And again, I want the edge to come up just a little bit above, either to the edge or above. And where are my scissors? Here they are. And then this edge, I'm just going to eyeball it about the same. All right. So this is real life. I want you to see my cutting is really messy, and no one is going to know. So here, that is way too much paper on this side. Now, I just don't want all that. So I am going to do probably right to here. All right. So what I like to do is I like to wrap the edge that I just cut, because it's going to be the messier edge. I like to make that go under. So there we go. I'm going to tape that. All right, so now for this, if I do it this way, they are going to overlap. So let's now look at it this way. I don't like this way because it's going to give me way too much bulk in there. So I am still going to do it this way, the first method, when I tuck from the sides. Now look at this piece coming out. So it's just sticking out like that. Let me see if you can see. There you go. So I'm just going to tuck that under. Easy, easy. So I'm tucking my sides, then I'm going to tuck the point down, and this is where I press. Now I want you to see this. We've got a lot of bulk happening, so I probably could have cut less paper here, but it is what it is. And that's okay. I'm just going to press this. See that? As I brought it up, it flattened out. So that was just fine to have that bulk there. Oh, came undone. All right, and then we're going to tape that, and I'll do it again here. This time I'm going to get in a little closer. So I'm going to bring in my sides, and that's a lot of paper. They are overlapping, so actually I don't like that much paper. I am going to cut, and I love this check checker pattern because I can just cut along the line. All right, there we go. All right, so let's bring in the sides. Tuck that. And now there's no bulk happening. In fact, it just hit the edge. Beautiful. Okay, so once again, the box is looking it's just puckered, not puckered, but it's just not crisp. How about that? So I'm going to go along each edge and press. And I don't know if you can see the difference already, just going like that. So here's before, pinch and press, and it just cleans it up. So this is our really bulky side. I'm just going to press everything in. All right, get our sides. And then we'll do our ribbon. All right, so ribbon. All right, so even though it's a smaller present, the exact method is exactly the same. So I'm going to pull this. Now we're going to do a cross on the back and twist it to the right, always twisting to the right, and then holding it tight, turn it over, and I turn it so that my right hand is on my right, because let me do that again for you. Maybe we didn't talk about this in the other ones, I don't think. All right. So make my ribbons the same length. All right, so I'm twisting to my right. So my right arm is moving up. And as I hold this and pull it over, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was doing it a little bit differently, and that's fine. I can do it this way. So bring your ribbons so that now they are crisscrossing. Okay, so I have an X. And the X, my right hand ribbon is over the top of the left hand ribbon, and then it's going under. And this is actually, I made this one so tight that I can hardly get it under. And because it's just a small gift. So now it went over my left hand ribbon and under this cross ribbon, and I'm going to pull it to my right. Nice and tight, and then I'm holding it down while I make a knot. So hopefully with these 3 different demonstrations, you've got that down. And I would just practice, practice. That's how I learned. And then tie your bow. And I just like to, this ribbon is, if you were doing curling ribbon, you know, you would curl it at this point, but this is just a soft satin ribbon, and I'm just trying to make it look nice and fluffy. I like it to drape really nicely. I want the ends of my ribbon to, I prefer for them to, this is what's bugging me. I prefer for the ends of my ribbon to hang over the edge. I'm going to redo this. Hang over the edge just a little bit. It's not really that important, but I like how it looks. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I like that. Okay, and now we're going to do our final tip. So every Christmas, I don't do cards. I don't say to and from, and nothing like that. It's, I feel like once my kids know that a present is for them, their curiosity is just killing them, and they want to open it, and they walk by it every day and shake it and try to figure it out. So what I do is I get these little dots from the office supply, or you can get stars, any kind of sticker where there's the same sticker but one of each color. And I put a sticker on the bottom, and they are color coded for each child. So this child is red, and let's see, this one is also a red. we've got that. And then this one was green. And I just put it on the bottom. And until, see, it's right there. You can't even see it because it's disguised. Until Christmas Day, they have no idea whose presents are for who. Let me zoom out. So there's no cards on the top. I think that makes it look really pretty and nice, but I don't care as much about the aesthetic of the cards and stuff. I really care about my kids kind of spoiling their surprise. They spoil their own surprise. And so my parents used to do a different colored ribbon for each child, and every year they would kind of shake it up a little bit. I remember, you know, in the 70s, yarn was a big thing. So they would do this chunky yarn, a different color of chunky yarn. Sometimes they did stickers. I just stick to stickers. I do either these dots or stars. And that's it. I hope this was really helpful to you. I know sometimes we can get frustrated with gift wrapping, and so we just do it really sloppily because we feel like, I hear this from too many people, I'm not good at gift wrapping, I don't care about it, I can never do it, never looks good, you know, all those things. And you can do it. It's really simple, and even if you do nothing else, just pressing the sides with your finger to crease it will make it look so much neater and hide a multitude of wrong turns with the gift wrapping. If you really feel like you're all thumbs, do that. And I promise you'll be happier with the end result. But you can do this. These are easy peasy. So I hope you enjoyed that. And thank you for joining me. I hope you'll take a minute to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. And most of all, I wish you a very blessed day. Bye-bye.